available. Now available. Now available.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Now Available, the internet's only streaming service podcast you need to listen to wherever you get your podcasts. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Howard, and with me, as always, Mr. Ricky Ettinger. How are you doing, Ricky?
Hey, how you doing? Hey.
What's up?
What's up? Dude, my friend Katie called me the other day, and I missed her phone call, so when I called her back, she fucking hit me with the what's up, and I was like, this is what's up, dude. Yeah. I was so happy. What's up?
Oh God, it's already going to be a show today. I can already feel it. And with all our shows, as you may know from last episode, we are doing a T-shirt from all the episodes of Now Available. So this week, crash. We have oof. Because that was said a number of times by me last week.
That one's awesome.
What was that?
This one's so sick. Oof.
And right now, this episode's probably going to go up today, so it's on sale currently. You can get this shirt for $13. And then there's a sweatshirt, a sticker, a kid shirt, a mug, a mask. You can get a phone case that says it. We know how much you want that phone case out there.
For my iPhone 12, yes.
Once it loads. Yeah.
Oh.
For your Google Pixel. I don't think they make them. Sorry, Ricky.
Damn, son.
You gotta switch phones.
This is your best one yet, I think.
Thanks. That one was a pretty great one. It was actually really, really freaking easy to make.
But it looks good.
What's the guy going? So now that we've got that out of the way, Ricky, what have you been watching? What sort of stuff have you been into recently?
Ooh, I watched a lot this week. I watched this Korean movie on Netflix called The Call. The Call or just Call? It's really cool. It's like, I think it came out in 2020. It's about this girl. She like moves back to her like childhood home or whatever, and she gets this like weird phone call, and she answers it, and it's this other girl, and she's like, "Oh, I need help. My mom's trying to kill me," and she tries to call the girl back, and she can't get a hold of her. So like some time goes on or whatever, that girl calls again, and you come to find out that like it's in the past. So it's like a weird, like she's calling this girl in the future. And they kind of do some stuff back and forth, and it turns into like this serial killer thing. It's awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Sounds really neat.
Really cool. Definitely check that out. Other than that, I've been watching a lot of like older movies. I watched Accepted.
I haven't even heard of that movie, I don't think.
It's Jonah Hill, Justin Long. Who else is notable in it?
Did I see that? I think I saw the poster for this recently, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, Louis Black is in it. It's like they make up a fake college because Justin Long can't get into any colleges. So he makes up a fake one, and then a whole bunch of kids sign up for it.
I did see this. I did see this poster randomly recently. I don't know why, but that's, yeah.
Ooh, interesting. So I watched that, and then I watched Superbad. Just on
a Jonah Hill kick.
Yeah, Jonah Hill classic. I watched Can't Hardly Wait again, which is another like teen comedy. Other than that, I think that's it. Been watching a lot of Snooki and JWoww. On to that now. Yeah. Other than that, nothing. What have you been watching?
Dude, I've been on like a spree of watching like stuff. Well, it's not that much of a spree, but I feel like it's a spree for me, at least in the recent months where I haven't been watching too much of anything. But I finally got to WandaVision. Ooh. I finally got to it. I didn't watch today's episode, but me and Paige, we went through in one night and we watched episodes. I think it was 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in one night because that's what was out, and then we watched the fifth one, which was not this today's, but the past week's one with spoilers. Evan Peters as Quicksilver.
How fucking
which
cool.
I'm excited.
Like, what a huge reveal. And then, like, what a smart and clever way to bring him, the X-Men version, into the MCU.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, a couple days before that episode came out, I was looking on Google, and I don't know if you saw me tweet this out or not. I'm like, how come nobody's talking about the fact that it says Evan Peters is in the cast of WandaVision? Like, I saw that on Google a couple days before, and I tweeted it out. And, like, nobody's talking about it. And then the episode comes out, and everybody's like, holy shit. Like,
wow.
Well,
why would they put that information on there?
I don't even know. It's like putting Mark Hamill on The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't get why they do that.
That was kind of stupid. Because I saw a tweet from Elizabeth Olsen saying, like, how there's, like, a Luke Skywalker level cameo or whatever. And so I'm going through my head of, like, who could it possibly be? And then while that episode was playing, I'm like, oh, they keep mentioning dead. They keep talking about her brother. And I'm like, oh, they're going to bring him in. I had no idea that it was going to be Evan Peters. So that blew me away. Cool. What a show, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, every episode just gets better and better, and like the mystery and stuff like that. It's so cool. And like one of my favorite moments, I think. Well, there's a lot of great moments in the show, but one of my favorite moments is like, I think it's the end of the third episode. I want to say, where Vision closed the door. He turns around and he's got like the hole in his head.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, holy crap.
Yeah.
And all that sort of behind the scenes stuff. It's such a good show. Like that's. Like I know last episode I was like, whatever, I'll get around to it when I get around. Now I'm fully on board. I'm like, let's go. This is great. I'm just so into it right now.
I think I'm gonna start getting up like extra early on Fridays so I can watch it before I go to work. Because I have to spend. So I go to work at 6. I usually get out at like noon, which is cool. But I have to like dodge the internet the whole time. Like if I check my emails or if I like check Twitter real quick, like on my break, like I can't because people spoil it immediately.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just so lame because like the show hasn't, unless you're up at midnight or 3 a.m. when it comes out or whenever, like it sucks because people are like so quick to just tell you everything.
Yeah, the thing that sucks about Fridays is that I start class at 9 a.m. and go till usually 3 p.m. But today is like a rare exception where I have like a one-on-one meeting with my professor, so I don't have that class today. So usually like 9 till 3, I'm like going. So I don't even have time to watch it or anything like that. And then it comes to the evening, and I'm just like, okay, now it's time to go. So you can't even check anything really, without it being spoiled. But that's not the only thing I've been watching though. Okay. I also watched Malcolm and Marie on Netflix. John David Washington and Zendaya, their new movie.
Oh yeah.
It's really good. It's really great.
Really?
The performances in it are great. The blocking and like the cinematography is great and stuff like that. Like it all takes place at this one location because it was shot during like COVID times and whatnot. So it takes place in this one location with 2 characters, and it's fantastic. Like the biggest criticism I've seen with it is like the script and stuff like that, which I can see like some of what they're talking about, but it's so well done. And it's John David Washington's performance in it is incredible. Yeah. Like I loved his performance in it. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite actors, if I'm being honest. He's so good in it. And Zendaya is really good in it too. Like you don't think like based on her Spider-Man performances and whatever else she's been, which I can't think of anything else at the moment. Like it's like, okay, she'll probably be fine, but she's really good in it too. And do you know what the film's about?
No,
like, have you read anything?
They're like married, right? Or they just get married or something?
So I don't believe that. No, they're not married. Like they're a couple. one guy's like a filmmaker who just like did a premiere of his film, and the other one's like a failed actress. So it's
Okay.
like an interesting dynamic, especially like between creative people and whatnot. And I think it's a really great movie, and it's actually like it's considered a 2021 movie, like, and not like, I don't think it qualifies for the Academy Awards for this year,
Hmm.
but for next year it will, I think. And I just love John David Washington's performance in it. But also, still staying on Netflix, I watched the Trial of Chicago 7. I don't know if you saw that one
Didn't see that one
with
either.
okay, so it's got Sacha Baron Cohen in it. It's got uh Eddie Redmayne in it, who plays Newt Commander and a Fantastic Beast and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's about the 1968 like Democratic National Convention, where they're like the riots and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
it's about the court case of these 7 people that they're trying to like blame all this stuff on. And it's such a good drama. It's by Aaron Sorkin. He wrote and directed it. It's super well shot. Like Sacha Baron Cohen, like obviously everybody knows him from like Borat and different things like that. But he's actually a pretty good serious actor in this film. Like
Hmm.
it's shocking, which is really cool. Because this film's Golden Globe nominated for, I believe it's Best Actor Sacha Baron Cohen, and then writer and director for Aaron Sorkin, and then somebody else or some other nomination it has. I think it might be Best Picture at the Golden Globes. But yeah, that one's really good. It's so entertaining. I wish it was longer. Um, and like the way it plays out and stuff like that. I forget what his name is, but the guy that was Dr. Manhattan and Black Manta, he's in it too as one of the characters.
Oh, okay.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is one of the lawyers in it. Mark Rylance is in it. There's just a ton of great like actors in it and stuff like that, and it's so well done and it's so just interesting.
Hmm.
I highly recommend it. It was really good. I think it's one of my favorite movies this year, honestly, or from 2020 that I've seen.
Damn.
Granted, I haven't seen that many like of the award season movies, but it's really good. I highly recommend that.
Yeah.
Checking that one out.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
because both those are on Netflix and both of them are really solid. Oh, also, I saw for the first time, I watched Coming to America,
Oh
the
yeah.
like the original one. For the first time I saw that. That's a pretty funny movie.
I haven't watched that since I was like a little kid.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's been a long, long time. Because the second one's coming out soon, right? Isn't it March
March 3rd. March
3rd?
3rd to Amazon Prime. Which it's funny, like with the first one, like I was watching, I'm like, could be a PG-13 movie, but there's like nudity in it and they swear a lot in it. I'm like, well, other than that, like you could make it PG-13, which the new one is, which I think is probably
Ooh.
gonna.
Oh, you froze. Is it gonna
Oh
drop?
no,
Oh.
I'm still here. It was only for a second, thankfully. Yeah, so I watched. Yeah, I think that's it. Pretty much all WandaVision that's been out so far. Yeah, Malcolm and Marie, Chicago 7, and then yeah, Coming to America. That's pretty much what it's been for me.
All right. I feel like I watch a different movie every night because I just remembered I literally last night I watched Baby Driver. Um,
Mm,
so it was just
I've
like,
been tempted to go back and watch it.
oh my god. So the first time I watched it, I was like, oh okay, like I get it, it's cool. Um, but I felt like the music wasn't the songs that I would have picked.
Right.
Like I feel like there would have been, I don't know, there were better songs or whatever. When I watched it last night, it was like, oh my god, these songs are fucking perfect, and the whole thing is perfect. So I was very into that. Um, I watched Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw that on whatever service it's on. I passed over it though. I
Uh,
was like, maybe, and I'm like, nah.
it's on Netflix. It's that was another one when I was like a little kid. That was like one of the only DVDs that we had. So like watching it now, it's like, oh, I remember like the cadence of their words, and like it was so weird watching it again. Um,
Hmm.
and there was another one I just watched too that was like along the same lines. Ah, oh, fuck, I can't remember. I already forgot it. That's how memorable these movies are.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend Trial of Chicago 7 as well as Malcolm and Marie. for those when you're looking for new movies to watch.
I do want to check out that one with Zendaya because she's like. Did you watch Euphoria?
No, I think it's by the same guy that does Euphoria, who like wrote and directed Malcolm and Marie.
Oh,
But I could be wrong about that.
I love that show. That show is incredible. So
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to sit down and watch any of that yet.
yeah, that one.
There's just so much to watch. So much to watch. Too much to watch.
There's infinite things to watch, and yet I continue to watch only garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true. This is true.
No, I think it's like okay, so it's not garbage. It's more like comfort food or like junk food for your brain. I feel like like the amount of like movies I've already seen that I rewatch or the Jersey Shore or like reality shows that I'm watching. What does that do for my brain? It doesn't make me like smart or anything. It's just like it's just like eating a bunch of Doritos. The same effect, really.
Yeah. Honestly, like that's what I feel like our logo represents so well is like the comfort food of the streaming service, which is what I really appreciate of it because it's like the rain outside and stuff like that. So you're just looking for something to kind of like satiate that need to like be comforted. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. It sucks because this movie this week that we watched, not that comforting.
Nope. Not really at all.
Not that great. Do you have any fun facts for the kids?
I have one fun fact.
What?
I have a little trick up my sleeve, Ricky.
Oh God. Oh God.
Just imagine yourself sitting in your chair, me come up behind you, steel chair to the back of the head, Ricky. Just imagine that, okay? Okay, you got that?
Yeah. Steel chair to the back of my head.
Okay, I come up behind you for all pro wrestling style. I'm like, Ricky, last week we left on the same page. We're gonna watch The Hills Have Eyes too. And then I go to HBOMAX, and what do I find? God doesn't want me to watch this movie. I'm told by HBOMAX this title's not available. Want to know what I do?
What did you do?
I go back to the previous movie choice and watch Shoulder Arms. So this week, we've got The Hills Have Eyes 2 up against Shoulder Arms.
You son of a bitch.
Oh no, Ricky, it gets better. It gets better. Ready for this?
Oh God, yeah.
Once it loads for me so I can show you what's happening here.
Oh no, you son of a bitch. You're telling me I sat through that stupid ass movie? And you didn't?
Okay,
Alright, here we go. The Hills Have Shoulder Arms too. Wow, that's incredible. For the audio people, it's a fucking thumbnail. Charlie Chaplin looking ass.
It is Charlie Chaplin.
And like, yeah,
the image is tinted orange to match the Hills Have Eyes 2 poster.
Oh my God. Yeah, and then in red text it says The Hills Have Shoulder Arms too. TOO, as in also.
Well, I did that because the font that I downloaded wouldn't let me do numbers.
But
it gets crazier though, Ricky, because last night I'm lying in bed, I'm like, how am I going to break this to Ricky that this is what's happening?
Yeah.
And my mind first goes to, I'm going to record a skit. I'm going to pretend to be Ricky, I'm going to sneak up behind him, and I'm going to hit him with a steel chair.
Oh no, he froze. Oh no, he dropped. Every week. This happens every week. I love it. Oh, it's every week. I love it so much. Oh, he's coming.
Okay.
He's back.
So, okay.
Oh,
So,
he's coming.
I'm lying in bed thinking about making this skit
Yeah.
where it shows me beating you up on a steel chair and like doing a wrestling heel turn on you and being like, this is not what's gonna happen. Then I'm like, you wanna know what? With school and stuff like that, I gotta do dishes. I don't have enough time to record this. So maybe someday you'll get to see this sketch. But for now, now we just got the story we got.
All right, so you just threw a fucking monkey wrench in the whole thing. How do you want to do? Did you write down like the plot for it, or like how?
It's a Charlie Chaplin horror film. That's it. At one point, the punk gets flooded with water, and he has to use a phonograph. It's a snorkel.
That's what you took away from the movie. Oh, I can't stand you. Oh, you son of a bitch. You could have easily said that, like, hey, I'm going to watch this movie instead, and I would have gone, okay, yeah, me too. But instead, so I told you before, but I didn't tell the kids. I watched The Hills Have Eyes. I started it. I get like 40 minutes into it, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I should write down what's happening. And so I started the fucking movie over. So I watched that beginning part 2 times. And I didn't want to watch it 1 time. Oh my god.
I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm okay with being the bad guy now available.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is great.
Oh my god.
Honestly, that's the whole spirit of this show. It's just chaotic energy.
Dude, I'm crying.
Oh god. Oh, I can't believe you. So oh man, it's gonna be very interesting when it comes time to rank these.
Your movie's already bottom of the list.
Yeah, Hills Have Eyes 2 was going right to the bottom. Alright, so god damn it. Alright, well, good thing that I wrote everything down, because if there are people listening, the constant listener or watcher who did watch.
It says we have 4 concurrent, or 4, an audience size of 4 members on our anchor page.
Oh, hell yeah, okay. Well,
so apparently we have 4 listeners.
For the 4 people that listen and actually watch the movies each week, I wrote down everything that happens in The Hills Have Eyes 2. So I can go through that, and then I'll give you my ranking or whatever, and then you basically gave me what happened. Or no, you can talk about what happened in the movie. I don't have any idea. I've never even heard of that movie.
So Shoulder Orbs 2, a 1918 film, Charlie Chaplin film, Charlie Chaplin Joint, as it would be called.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So we get Charlie Chaplin. He's a soldier. He's kind of hapless, the typical Charlie Chaplin routine.
Okay.
He's messing everything up. He single-handedly surrounds a bunch of it wouldn't be Nazis at that point. A bunch of German soldiers, captures them, takes all their hats on a rope. The barracks flood at one point. Charlie Chaplin stretching his leg, but it turns out to be somebody else's leg. You know what I'm talking about?
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Dude, Greg Miller right here. Me,
right above. Holy shit, that's funny.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Oh.
yeah, so it's just your normal Charlie Chaplin film. It was silent. Just some music playing, a couple words on the screen telling you what's going on. You can't figure it out yourself.
How long was it?
This film was, I think it was it 38 minutes long?
Oh. You sat there for 38 minutes in silence and watched Charlie Chaplin skate around or something.
No, you're thinking of that one. You're thinking of is I think that's Modern Times or City Lights. It's one of those 2 ones.
Yeah,
One of his like classic ones.
where you think he's gonna fall off of like like off that floor.
Yeah, the one they're watching in Joker.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you son of a bitch. All right. Well, okay. So I'll. So it's like you didn't watch the movie, so I'm going to tell you what happened throughout the whole movie.
I'll be the audience.
Okay. Yeah, you're the target audience for this. All right. So everybody strap in. I'm gonna try to cut this down to just the bullet points because not a lot happens, and the whole thing takes place during the day. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like a horror movie or not, because it's like the entire thing is in the daytime.
Right.
And they're in the
right.
fucking desert. Okay, so
Well, most of the Dark Knight Rises takes place in the daytime, so we're okay.
but is it a horror movie?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
All right. Oh shit. Actually, you know what? I think it depends on how you have it. If it's just a hot dog in the bun, I don't think so. But if you cut the hot dog in half, like and fillet it open, I think you got yourself a sandwich. Because it's between two pieces of bread, not in a bun.
Mmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like one long flat piece of hot dog meat.
Then how does that make it a sandwich?
Because now it looks like a sandwich. Now it looks like a piece of bologna or like, a slab of ham or, your turkey or whatever. It's got the same idea.
But what happens to a hot dog if you take the hot dog and just take a piece of bread and fold it around the edges of the hot dog, so you fold it into a bun? Does that become a sandwich because of the piece of bread?
Son of a bitch. No, I don't know. Well, if you take a piece of bologna and you roll it up and you put it in a piece of bread, does that make it a sandwich still?
I'd say it would.
Or does that make it a hot dog?
The world may never know.
All right, they're never gonna know. But let me just get through this stupid shit so we can rank this movie. Rank these movies. Okay, so
Oh my god.
the movie is called The Hills Have Eye Emojis 2, with a 2. So immediately it starts off with a title card, or not title card, but like the studio things. So while I'm talking about this, look up what is Fox Atomic. It's like that was like the first thing they showed. It's like Blumhouse when they would show their like thing. It was like kind of like flashy. It does the same thing, but it's Fox Atomic. Okay, the movie starts off with this like girl. She's pregnant. She's very pregnant. She's naked and she's tied up to a bed. She gives birth like in this really gross room, and like it's really disgusting. And then there's like this big hulking dude. He kind of walks over. He just yells "die," hits her on the head, and then she dies. Which is so stupid. Like that's okay. So that's how the movie starts. You think the whole thing is going to be like that. And spoilers for the movie, it is not like that. Then you get this really cool the title card, and it's like everything is coming in from the sides, like all the lettering. Oh yes, Adam from Twitter.com.
Okay, so Fox Atomics. Fox Atomics was a production company and distribution label of film studio 20th Century Fox and Fox Searchlight Pictures, created in 2006 to generate comedy and genre films. In 2008, following overall disappointing results, Fox Atomics scaled back its productions, operations, and shut down all marketing divisions. So as we can see, The Hills Have Eyes 2 killed this movie.
Wow. Wait, so how many?
Do you want me to read you the films it produced?
Yeah, was there a lot of them? There can't be a lot of them. There's only 2 years.
No. So there's Jennifer's Body.
Which is cool.
28 Weeks Later.
Okay.
I Love You, Beth Cooper.
We don't think I saw that one.
12 Rounds with John Cena.
Hell yeah.
Turistas.
Ooh, I did see that one.
The Rocker with Rainn Wilson.
Oh, where he's like this?
Yeah. There's one called Miss March, which over the eye there's the Playboy Bunny, so I don't know what's going on with that. There was Comebacks, which has above it from the producers of Wedding Crashers. So, you know that. And then it has a film called Postgrad, which, other than maybe three of these films, they were all released in 2009 when the studio ceased operation.
No shit. Yeah, so when I saw it, I was like, what the hell is this? It's like, I can't, I've seen a couple of those other movies, but I don't remember seeing that Fox Atomic thing.
It's got to be like the failed Blumhouse.
Mm. Wasn't
It's like,
Blumhouse's different too? I remember it being
I don't
different
know.
than it is. Whatever, we're getting off
It
topic.
probably well, now it incorporates all the different movies they've done and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it was different back then.
It's kind of like how
Back in the day.
Ghost Rider is on Marvel Knights.
Right.
Or the Punisher is too. The first
Mm-hmm.
Punisher, the second one is like Marvel Knights. All right, so you get this cool title card, and it's like all these letters are coming in, and they're really blurry, and then it kind of like they kind of like wiggle, and then they're in focus. It looks really cool. It sucks that they wasted it on this movie. So then there's like a black screen with some white text, and it's like, it kind of like recaps what I think happened in the first movie because I didn't watch it. I wasn't about to watch the first one and then this one.
No.
So it kind of like goes over what happens, and it's like, family makes a wrong turn in the desert. They stumble into Sector 16, which is like this area where the movie takes place. And
Well, from my understanding, isn't like sector 16 like where like a nuclear explosion went off, or there's some sort of like nuclear fallout or something?
yeah, so that was the whole thing. Is like they test. They used to test like nuclear weapons in this area.
Okay.
So it says that, and then it's like, this group of scientists are coming in, and they're gonna like do some experiments, or they're trying to find that family, and they're like setting up this thing. So the movie starts. After that, the text, it's like the scientist guy, and he's in a room with all these fake like soldiers. They're like mannequins, and on the radio, this dude's like, oh, we're getting these weird readings all over the map, like da 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 da. And the guy's like, oh, let me go find this thing. It's like a box, and he's like, oh, let me go check the box, and goes, and it's like on fire. And he's like, all right, well, that explains it, da da da. And then he calls back. It's like an old guy and a kid. The kid's in the mines, and he's like looking around or whatever. The old guy calls him, and the kid doesn't answer. And he's like, what the hell's going on? And then it shows, like, it cuts back, and the kid's dead. He's like ripped in half. Like, all of a sudden, just very like quickly, he's dead.
Okay.
So then,
Was it death from boredom?
yeah, he might have ripped himself in half because he knew what this movie was about. So then there's this other doctor or scientist. They show this other one, and he's got like this gigantic, like old timey studio camera looking thing, like the gray news camera.
Okay. Okay.
It might not be that, but it looks like that. And he's just like kind of aiming it around. And he turns around, and there's like a this fucking freak looking dude, and he's like eating a snake. Like he's got blood all over his face. And the doctor's like, "Who are you? What's your name?" And the guy's like, he says like, "Run" or something, like "run away." And then as he says that, the doctor turns around, and he like gets an axe to his forehead. So he's dead. Then they show another scientist guy, or he's an army guy, and he's like calling everybody on the radio. Nobody's picking up. And he's like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, he gets a spear. He gets speared in the back, and then like flung off a cliff.
Okay.
Okay, so that kind of sets the scene as to what's happening in the desert. Then immediately, the next scene is like, it's like this blown up like desert town, and there's like gunfire, and it's like some foreign language. Yeah, what's up?
Is it the same blown up desert town from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
I didn't see that one, so I don't know. It could very possibly.
You haven't seen that one?
No. So there's like this army squad, and they're shooting at like a terrorist looking man. Your stereotypical movie terrorist looking guy. And they're shooting him, or they're shooting at him, whatever. And then they start naming off these people, like the characters of the movie. And they all have like ridiculous names. Like the one dude's called Spitter. One dude's called Crank. The other dude is Napoleon. And then there's Amber. So this is like, your army squad, and they're chasing this guy down. He runs into a building. One of the guys takes some grenades, and he throws the grenades in the building, and it blows up, and there's like a doll that lands in front of him, and this woman's like, "Oh, my baby, you killed my baby." The one guy stands up, and he's like, No, we didn't mean to. And then she like opens up her jacket, and she's got like all these grenades on her. And you're like, oh, fuck, you really did this time. Now everyone's going to die. But come to find out, it's just a training exercise. They're fine. Everyone's safe. It's all for fun. So
They're all summer camp.
Yeah. So they're like, they're in this training exercise. They have their main dude, Sarge. He's probably the best out of the group just because he's like, he kind of keeps everybody moving. And he's just like tearing them a new one for being so stupid and like failing the exercise or whatever. Then he tells them that they have a new mission. They're going to Sector 16 to drop off supplies to some scientists. On the way there, this is where we learn that this was like a place where they tested nuclear weapons or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you figure out that like there's a lot of tension between the people in the squad. Like a lot of them don't like each other, or they're all like very new. It's just your standard movie bullshit. Okay, so then they get to the base where they're gonna drop the stuff off, and they find that there's nobody there. And so immediately they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go look in this area. I'm gonna go look in this area." The probably like one of the main characters, this dude Napoleon, he's like, "I'm gonna use this porta potty." Sarge is like, "No, you're not. Like, what the fuck are you doing? This is a war. Like, this is like a training exercise." And he's like, "You can go shit with the scorpions or something," which I thought was kind of funny. So they are investigating the base. They don't find anybody, and they're like, "All right, get on the radio." They're on the radio, and then they hear a man's voice come through, and it's like all broken up. And they're like, "Oh, what's going on? Who is this guy?" And nobody's answering. They're like, "Okay, cool. This is all for nothing." And then they see like a mirror, like flash the sunlight from up on top of the hill. And Sarge is like, "All right, we're going up there. We're gonna, find who's up there or whatever. And maybe it's one of the scientists or somebody else." So everyone gets in the group. They're all gonna go up there. They're putting live rounds in their guns. He's like, "All right, we're all going except for you, Napoleon. You're gonna stand here and guard the porta potty because you're like a smart ass. And you're gonna stand there with your gun over your head and do it on one foot." And so like they start walking away, and he puts his foot down, and it's like this whole little bit. But then Amber, one of the girls, stays back with him, and she's gonna keep trying to find people on the radio. So now this is where the movie kind of splits up, and you get these like dual planes of action. Like the squad is moving up the hill, and it's very uneventful. This one dude, he like steps in a hole, it's like quicksand almost. Steps in it, fucks up his ankle. Sarge is like, "All right, go back down there and wait for us." He's like, I can do it. He's like, no, you can't. You can't even fucking walk. He's like, get back down there. So while that's going on, back at the base, the Napoleon's like, fuck this. I'm using this porta potty. And Amber's like, no, you can't. He's like, whatever. So he goes to the porta potty. He's sitting in there, and he's sitting down. He takes his pants off, whatever, and you hear like a noise, and then nothing, and then like another noise, and then a fucking arm comes up between his legs, and
my God.
like it's like covered in doo doo, and it like comes up.
Oh.
It's gross, and so he jumps out of there and he's screaming or whatever, and he's like, oh, there's somebody in. He's somebody in there. He's somebody in there. There's somebody in there. And Amber goes, who is it? This is the funniest line, probably the best part in the whole movie. He goes, I don't know. He says, it's Conan the Shipman. It said like Conan the Barbarian. And it's like, that was the only part where I actually like laughed. And I was like, okay, this is actually, this might be enjoyable. But other than that, literally, that's it. That's like the funniest part. They pull him out. No, Shitman the Barbarian. That's what they call them. Shitman the Barbarian. They pull him out, and then it splits back over to the group and like what they're doing, and they're like scaling like a cliff. So already they've made it up a hill, like a really tall hill, and now they're going up a cliff. This is going to be important for a little bit later, because it takes them a long time. So back at camp, they're cleaning up Shitman, and he's covered in all these cuts, but they're not very deep. They're like really shallow. And they make a point like, oh, whoever did this to him wanted him to die slow or whatever. Like, oh, it's scary. The ship, like, they're cleaning him up, and she's like, who did this to you? And he's like, all he says is, they're here. Like, that's it. Okay. And then he dies. It's like, all right, whatever. So at this point, Amber's like, okay, I'm gonna, we need to do something. Oh, no. Right after that, after he dies, they're kind of like investigating the area, and they notice their guns are gone. And then the truck that they came in on was like on fire. Like someone had come, blown it up, and stole their guns. Like, okay. So now they're like, oh, it splits back to the group. Or it goes in between. Shit, now I can't remember. Hold on. After that happens, I think she takes off up the hill. Yeah. She goes up the hill to warn them, the group or whatever. And she gets attacked by like a mutant guy. That dude that hurt his ankle is coming down the hill. He sees it. He shoots him, saves her. Now the other two, or the other dude, Napoleon, he's following suit. Like they're gonna go up the hill to tell them. As they go, they meet Mickey, the dude that shot the freak. He gets his fucking leg pulled into a hole, and then he just gets sucked away, like he's gone. So now he's dead.
The second time that happened?
Yeah.
With the holes?
Yeah, the first time he falls into one, the second time he gets yanked into one. Whatever. It shows the other group again. They are fucking off. They like each time they show them, it's like the light is a little bit further away. It's like that long hallway where it keeps getting longer and longer and longer. It seems like that. All right. So while they're up there, they find a shoe, and the guy's like, "Oh, this is a Nike Force, and it's in my size. Now where's the other one? Like, this would be sick." And they come around this corner and they find a body, and there's like a thing in his head, and the dude's like, Sarge's like, "What's that?" He goes, he pulls it out, he touches the dude's head, pulls it out. It's a wallet. In the wallet is his ID. Yeah, so they killed him and then stuffed his wallet into his forehead.
I thought you were saying what he did with the wallet.
Oh, the mutant hit him so hard with the wallet it was indented and it was in his head. They open up the wallet. It's Dr. Foster from the beginning of the movie. He was the one with the camera.
Mm.
Okay, you don't care about that character anyways. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't know why they gave him a name. Whatever. So they find that. They try to get the base again. Nothing. Then they're attacked by, I think, 2 mutants. And the character Spitter, he gets hit with like a rock or something. He falls down, starts fucking shooting his gun off. Kills Sarge. Like, it's by accident, whatever. So now they're like, okay, we have to go back down. Like, we gotta take Sarge back to base or whatever, and we gotta figure out what we're doing. So Spear's like, all right, I'll take him. So he goes to like rappel down this cliff, and he's like halfway through it, and then all of a sudden he just falls, and then so he falls to his death. They pull the rope up, and it was cut, like you can see it. So like, what the hell is going on? Okay, so after that, somehow, Amber and Napoleon are with the group. Like, they're just like immediately with the group. So they must have gotten up this giant hill, up a cliff, and then like around some shit to find them in like a record speed. They should have been the ones to go up there in the first place. They went up there so fast. So they're all up there, and then they hear like this noise. They come around this corner, and there is his name's Colonel Redding. He's the one that got flung off the cliff in the beginning, and he's all fucked up. Like, his head's like split open, and his teeth are all jacked up, and he's telling them like how what keeps him up at night are the people that live in this area, and how they thought they had flushed them all out, but they didn't, of course. So he pulls out a gun like he's gonna shoot one of the squad, and they're like, no, like we're trying to help you, whatever. And he's like, and he puts it to his forehead, and he shoots himself, and then in the most like fucking movie way possible, he shoots himself, doesn't fall over from the gun, falls backwards off a cliff. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then the very next scene, it's the 2 women in the squad, and they're sitting on a rock, and they're like, Amber's like, oh, I'm so scared. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, how are we gonna get out of this? And then all of a sudden, a freak comes out from behind them, and they both jump up and they're like, now! And then all the other guys pop out from behind rocks and they shoot this guy. So it was like a trap. Like they were like kind of using them as bait. So when this happens, like as they're like inspecting the dead body, Missy, the one that was sitting on the rock with the other girl, kind of like wanders off, and she's like, I gotta piss. So she like wanders off, and they show her kind of like crouching down like she's gonna pee or something, and then behind her in the background you can see like the rock moving, and it's not really a rock, it's a guy, but he was like blending in with the rocks. So then he snatches her up, and he drags her to like a cave, and everyone like, they're like, where'd Missy go? And they like run over, and they see her being dragged into the cave. So then they all go in the cave. Now all the scenes that take place in the cave are so dark. Like, it goes from being the middle of the day in the desert, there's no shade at all, to so black in the caves at like the mine shaft. Hang on 1 second. It was my aunt. She was telling me that she was leaving. So like I was saying, the cave like the video is so dark and compressed, and like you just can't see anything. All you can ever see is like the flashlights on their guns. But even then, it's not like the spread of it. It's just the light itself. Like, it's so annoying. So this, like, the whole rest of the movie takes place in these mines, and it just sucks. So they're in there, and the one character, Stump, another guy in the squad, he's like, I'm gonna go find help. I'll be back. But you know he's not gonna be back. So they're kind of moving through. The rest of the group is kind of moving through the caves. Somebody falls through a fucking hole, and it's like a long slide. And then they all go down the slide. So now they're like a floor down. They see like some light. They go over to it, and there's like a fake bush. And they move it out of the way, and they look out. It's the side of a cliff, and when they look down, they can see Sarge and Spitter's dead body. And they're like, oh, this is where they were hiding. We're close. Like, we're going to find this person or these people. As, like, right after that happens, they go back, like, the way they came or whatever. Then it shows Stump, who didn't go in the cave. And he's walking out. He's like, he's got his gun. He's looking around. And there's, like, all these different, like, little noises, or, like, rocks are being thrown, or, like, pebbles are falling down or something. So it's all the freaks that are, like, they're fucking with him. He sees the cliff where the two are dead at the bottom. He, like, scales down it, and he finds that, like, hole where they just were. So he climbs on the hole, and he yells their names or whatever. Nobody answers, so he's like, okay, we have to keep going. He goes out. He starts to climb down, like, down the wall. His arm is on the thing. All of a sudden, his arm gets snatched up. This mutant guy pulls his whole fucking body up, and he's holding him there. Slices his arm off, and then that guy falls, and he dies right next to the other two. So now they're starting to get picked off, right? So then it goes back to the people inside the cave, and they are they're still walking around. They get split up. So now it's Amber and Napoleon, Crank, and another guy. Delmar is the other guy. Like, what the fuck? They get split up. Amber and Napoleon fall down another hole. So now they're down another level. The other two try to find a way down. They find a way down. There's like one or two. I think they kill one mutant while they're in the mines. That's pretty much it. This whole time they're trying to find Missy or whatever. It cuts very quickly to show her, and she's like in some kind of like gross room. You assume it's the same gross room from the beginning of the movie. And she's like, there's like a mutant on her, and she, like, touching her all weird, and he's got like a really long tongue, which is gross because they like show him like licking her face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross. So she kills him, I want to say, or she tries to kill him. Oh, no. Yeah, she tries to escape. Then another big guy comes in, and the little one calls him Papa. He like smacks the shit out of the little mutant, and then he starts touching Missy all weird again, and then it cuts back to the group, what they're doing, and they're trying to like navigate to find her while dodging this other weird mutant with these like Ben Franklin glasses. But everything is so dark, so there's like, it's hard to remember how everything plays out. But I know that I think they kill that one, the one with the Ben Franklin glasses. They like smash his head with a rock. The other two, get murdered somehow, but I can't remember how they die. They find Missy, Amber, and Napoleon. They killed the big Papa mutant by stabbing him in the back with a spear. He falls down. Missy takes like a giant hammer and fucking like hammers his nuts. And then Napoleon takes like a rifle with a bayonet on it and stabs him like through the mouth. They pick her up. They all walk out of the cave or out of the mine, and it shows them walking onto a ledge, and the movie fucking ends. So it's like, okay, they got out. And that is pretty much what happens in the movie.
So what did you think of this movie, Ricky? What did you?
I did not enjoy this movie. Mainly because it's slow. Nothing happens. Besides Shitman the Barbarian, it's not funny. It's supposed to be a horror movie, but there's no all the things that make horror movies fun and fun for me to watch are like, the jokes, that juxtaposition between comedy and horror, and like a rememberable murderer or like cool kills or stuff like that. It doesn't have any of that. There's no jump scares. There's no not even cheap ones or there's just nothing. I don't know. It was not enjoyable.
Would you believe this movie made more money than it actually cost to make?
No fucking way.
Yeah, let me get it pulled up here for you.
It must have cost $200,000 to make.
It cost $15 million to make. It had a box office of $37.6 million.
Oh my god! I think because.
But do you want to know who this? Do you want to know who it was written by?
Who it was written by?
Yeah.
I know Wes Craven had a lot to do with it, but I don't think he wrote it. Did he write it?
He did. He co-wrote it with Jonathan Craven, who I think is his son.
Oh. It just, I don't know.
Yep.
It's just lacking in everything that makes, for me, everything that makes horror movies fun. It didn't have any of that.
Yeah. I feel like Wes Craven can be hit or miss, though.
Man, that
depending
sucks.
on what you watch.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I didn't like it. It wasn't anything memorable. There's nothing memorable about it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Bring up what do we got?
Little rankings.
Oh, it's loading. Are you gonna freeze and get dropped out of the call again?
God, I hope not.
No, you had your one for the show. It happens every week.
Yeah, I already have. Every week.
Yep.
I keep saying we're consistently inconsistent.
That's what it's all about. Wow.
So this is HBOMAX. Ricky, where would you like to put your film?
For my film, The Hills Have Eye Emoji 2. I'm putting it number 4.
I'll agree with that.
Okay.
Can you put that right there?
we're okay. This is gonna be interesting because you have free reign. You could put your fucking shoulder arms man at number 1 if you wanted to.
No, I'm gonna put it because it's not anything. It's not anything like crazy. It's kind of standard Chaplin fare.
Okay.
So I mean,
you want to put it tied with number 4?
No, I'm gonna put it at number 4. Have your film dropped to number 5?
Oh, you son of a gun! Okay,
I don't think you're gonna fight me on that though.
No, I'm definitely not. I don't care.
You're like the lower it goes, the better.
Yeah, I'm never gonna watch this stupid ass movie again. I do wonder though if I would like it more if I had watched the first one. I doubt it, but you never know. Maybe.
No, I don't think so. I don't do it to yourself, Ricky. I know what you're thinking. Don't
Oh
do it.
no. I don't want nothing to do with that. I'm not watching that first one. Oh, there he goes. He's gone again. Oh, he's coming back.
Again.
Oh, is he coming? Is he coming back?
I can't hear you.
Oh, he's back. Can you hear me now?
Kind of, but you sound like a robot.
Oh boy.
So, anyways, even though I can't hear Ricky, here is our 2021 ranking. So at number 5 we have Hercules. Number 4, Odd Thomas. Number 3, Wonder Woman 1984. Number 2, Basic Instinct, and number 1, Tenet. Ricky, I can already guess what you're thinking.
You know it's going number 6.
I can't hear you, but I think you said right at number 6.
God damn it! Why can't
Number
you
6?
hear me?
Cool. It's going at number 7. Number 7 with Shoulder Arms going at number 6.
Shoulder arms.
Next up we have
All
once it
time.
loads. Hopefully I can hear Ricky.
Man, this man can't hear me. I could be talking mad shit about him
Oh,
right now.
you're coming in and out.
Oh, I could be talking so much junk about him right now, and he would never even know. You get to see my lips moving.
Hang on, let me try something on my end. Hopefully I won't crash anything.
Crash it. Uh-oh, what was that?
Oh, I can hear you, I think.
Can you hear me now? Oh, uh-oh.
So, let's see.
You've been disconnected.
What?
I'm just getting this. You've been disconnected. Sit tight. We're patching you back in.
I got nothing to that.
Bastard. All right. What about now?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. What about now? How about
Let
now?
me try this. Try saying something now.
Yo. Nothing? Hang on.
Nothing.
What about now?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay, hang on a second. I just gotta do this one more time. Okay.
Okay, now that we're back, we have our all-time ranking list. Ready, Ricky?
I'm ready.
Number 15, Catherine Upside Down. Number 14, The Runner. Number 13, Conan the Barbarian. 2011, number 12, White Mile. Number 11, Taxi Driver. Number 10, Prince of Persia. Number 9, Scoob. Number 8, Hercules. Number 7, Wonder Woman 1984. Number 6, Labyrinth. Number 5, Haunted Mansion. Number 4, Basic Instinct. Number 3, Odd Thomas. Number 2, Clue. And number 1, Tenet. Ricky, what are you thinking? I can already kind of guess.
Yeah, I liked it. I think less than Catherine Upside Down,
Okay.
which is incredible for me because I feel like for the longest time I thought that movie was going to be at the bottom for all of time.
Yes, I would have agreed with that.
Yeah, but this one
I would have agreed with that.
is just not enjoyable by any means.
Yeah. I'm going to say, though, that I'm going to agree with you on that one. But I think Shoulder Arms, it's tough to say, but I think because it is standard Chaplin fare and it isn't one of his, like, outstanding movies compared to, like, some of the other stuff he's done, I think we're just going to put it right at number whatever this would be, right above Catherine.
Okay. So 15,
not that it's a bad movie by any means, but I don't know where else to put it.
Yeah, so 15 Shoulder Arms, 16 Catherine, 17 Hills Have Eyes 2.
Yes, absolutely. And now, Ricky, after we ranked our films, one last thing to do on this episode.
Let's do it.
We are going to randomly decide what movie we'll be watching next week. And now, because of all the Double or Nothing stuff and whatnot, we're changing the rules a little bit. So if we can't decide between the 3 movies what we're watching, we're just gonna roll a die and figure out which one we're watching. Ready, Ricky?
I'm ready. Hit it.
Okay, so we've got Hardcore Henry.
Oh,
Interesting.
Wait,
Interesting.
what are we watching on Hulu?
Netflix this week.
Oh, Netflix. Okay.
Netflix this week. Yep, we're back to the beginning.
Okay.
So after Hardcore Henry, we've got... Nope, skip it. Mile 22 with Mark Wahlberg.
Ooh.
I feel like we're not getting the cream of the crop here, but that's just me.
You want to watch a Bollywood movie?
And this one is Mubarakan. Singleton Kartar Singh is left with the responsibility of raising his 2 orphan nephews. He asks his brother Punjab something.
Okay.
What are you feeling, Ricky? Oh my God,
What happened?
this is a 2.5 hour long movie.
Wow. Oh, Jesus. Of the 3, the one I'm most interested in would be Mile 22.
Yeah, the Mark Wahlberg one.
The Mark Wahlberg
It
joint.
says an elite group of American operatives aided by a top tactical command team must transport an asset who holds life-threatening something or other. Now, so we have. I think we're both like we don't want to sit through a 2.5 hour film, right?
Yeah.
We say we're pretty much in agreement on that. So we either do the POV film Hardcore Henry or 22 Mile. Which, if you're leaning towards 22 Mile, I'm good with 22 Mile.
Okay. Yeah, because I tried watching Hardcore Henry a long time ago, and it just made me motion sick. But I also remember it being like really, really cheesy. So I did.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one concern with the POV films is like, how motion sick do you want to get?
For real.
Yeah. So next week, 22 Mile with Mark Wahlberg.
Marky
Hopefully it
Moore.
will be better.
Are you
Hopefully
actually
will
gonna
not
watch
be
it this
bad.
time? Are we gonna watch the
Yeah.
same movie?
For the audio listeners, it just crossed my heart. So, yep, next week we'll be watching 22 Mile from Netflix. So if you have your Netflix account, go on there, watch it. Come back next week. Listen to this with us. We might be talking more WandaVision depending on how much we watch at that point. So, yeah, this has been now available. I am Adam Howard. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at HowardAK88 and Stardom Studios. And you can follow Ricky at
Ritz Khalifa on Twitter, Instagram. The 18th, next Thursday, is my birthday. I expect infinite happy birthdays. We love you so much. Thanks for all you do. You're such a good person. You're so cool. So keep that in mind. You can send
Absolutely.
you can send your gifts to me. I'll take anything. All right, thanks.
Okay, so this has been now available. And until next time.
See you. Bye.